Oh. Look at these. Look at this disgusting cunt, man. Spilling his fucking food all over the elevator. Not okay, man. Not okay. Oh, papi. Tommy Cox, pleasure to see you. Haven't seen you for a while, brother. How you doing? Life cycle. Shall see you. Oh man, I can hear him. Can you hear him, dude? Can you hear the garbage man? You know he's here, dude. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, man. Pick up, man. Pick up. We're here. I'm out of breath, man. I'm out of breath. Too much liquids. No, I did the quickest workout today, dude. I exercised today. You know how sometimes you go to the gym, you just think, I'm exercising right now? That's what happened, man. I did a deload. It was great deload, man. 8 sets. Oh, man. I just don't understand how regular dudes don't train, man. Like, there's dudes, I'm just like, dude, you could just go in there and do a 20-minute exercise session. You could just be exercising. You know what I mean? Like, 8 sets. Like, it takes no time. And your life quality would still be higher than if you did nothing. And it would take you like half an hour less. I'm going to the Middle East in 8 weeks. Don't you worry, man. I've been going to Jordan my whole life. Shouts to you. Where you in Jordan? Shouts to George Clooney. I didn't say that, Frank Tangle. Whoop whoop. Tim West, I don't answer that, bro. Tim, man. Tim. Shouts to you, Tim. I've never seen you here before. But, you didn't watch the video. Because if you watched the video, you'd know. They deserve to get paid. They're talented as fuck. You shout, man. Hey, man. If you're 19, you become a billionaire. It is what it is, man. It's not a bad thing. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It could be a bad thing. It could be a good thing. It is what it is. I'm Jordanian, but I live in America. Shouts to you, man. Any big plans to Eid, man? Nothing, bro. I'm just going to spend time with my mom, spend time with my family. That's it. Spend time with my cousin. I haven't seen my little cousin in a long time, man. I miss the cunt. He's a little shit fuck, but I miss him. You know what I mean? I'm using my iPhone, brother. The screen, I broke the camera a long time ago, and then it's permanently moisturized. It's a vintage lens. It's called the Moisture Lens. What food are you most looking forward to in Jordan? I don't know, man. Hey, what do I like the most in Jordan? I just like falafel and hummus and, you know, shit like that, man. You know, like there's not like specific. I just like the supermarket shit there, man. There's all these little products at the supermarket that I'm in love with, man. There's nothing more than I love, man. That gets my heart. It melts my heart, dude. And I made sure when Jess was there that she got just the experience of this, of just like warming up bread on a gas flame. Like in Jordan, they have these little, you might call them pita breads or whatever, but they're tiny. They're not tiny. They're like the size of your hand, and you buy them in these massive stacks for fuck all money. And it's just epic, man. Just turning on the fucking stove, and it just gets black on the edges, and it's all warm, and it's just like, oh, it's mad. Online coaching isn't a scam, man. I mean, we live in a world where like that's what it is now, man. Everything's done online. I think it's opened up heaps of doors, man. I mean, like before you had to be a fucking PT, man. You know, send a message in a bottle, throw it in the fucking ocean and hope it reaches Donny Shankle. You know what I mean? But now you have access to whoever you want to be coached by. You have access to it, which is good. Obviously, it's opened up the market for a lot of people who shouldn't be doing it. But at the same time, man, it's made a lot of great people accessible. Happy Thursday. Is it Happy Thursday to all the American people, man. Shout out to Donnie Shankle, man, the lion killer, you know what I mean? I don't even know, where is Donnie Shankle right now? He's probably doing some poetry and some Tibetan hill or something, man. I'm fascinated by fucking Donnie Shankle, man, seriously. He's an icon, dude. Donnie Shankle is an icon. I can only imagine what that cunt was like when he was like deployed to Iraq, man. You know what I mean? I remember listening to an interview once where he said he started squatting when he was deployed. It was either in Afghanistan or Iraq, and it's just like, man, hey. Just his eyes just looked like he was just ripping dudes' heads off. Tim West, I mean, you know, you answered your own question, brother. It's just an accumulation, man. You know, just an accumulation, little stuff adding up over time. That's really all it is, man. Any good coaches beside 3DMJ? You know, I don't really know too many, man. Like, anyone that they recommend's good. That's what I want to say, man. You know? Shouts to John North, man. I mean, I'm a John North mate. Seriously, I feel like I've accomplished like something. I feel blessed that me and John North have talked. Like, I just feel, it just feels right, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I think about it, I'm just like, that was a sick opportunity, man, to talk to this guy. We were talking, if you remember, dude, we were talking about girls with frizzy hair conspiracy theories on pharmaceutical ads. And he was telling me that he thinks it's a conspiracy. It was funny as shit, man. This guy was telling me, I was in my mum's laundry at like 2 a.m. and John North's telling me how he thinks it's a conspiracy that girls have frizzy hair. Like, they want people, they'd be like people with just like, I forgot what he was exactly saying, dude, but he was saying basically that all these ads have one girl with frizzy hair. I haven't seen What the Health, man. I haven't seen it. Apparently it's good though. Everyone keeps telling me to watch it, man. Those John North, oh dude, John North, you gotta love him or hate John North, man. You gotta respect the brother, man, because he's wild. He doesn't give a fuck, man. He literally, man, honestly, when you're worried about you're drinking too much coffee, don't worry, because John North's drank more. Well, now you can, because John North had a heart attack, so now it's a worry, man. But before he had the heart attack, man, we were out there drinking coffee like fuck, man. John North's still alive, it's all good, because you always knew he was drinking more than you. Eric, man. Dude, do me a favor, dude, and just type in John North weightlifting. John North came out, John North's this dude from, he's from California, man. I don't know where he fucking grew up, man, but he's the maddest cunt, man. He's back in the heyday of weightlifting, like years ago. When YouTube first started, he came out with all these mad videos. He had a training vlog. He had a training vlog where he used to upload videos every day with him. He'd just go crazy, man. He'd be throwing fucking bars into walls, punching walls. Like, he was just an emotional wreck. It was amazing. Would I be worried if I made it? Yeah, of course I'd be worried, man. I mean, I don't know. It's something I haven't really dealt with. I'm kind of dealing with that at the moment, bro, with my own work, with the indie pack thing. It's hard to remove yourself emotionally. And it's hard to sit there and think like, what a cunt. You're always torn between what are people going to think and what's dope to what. You know what I mean? Like, there's sensitive bits. There's sensitive bits that are in there that I'm like, people are either going to be like, you're a fucking pig, or they're going to be like, that was mad. Yeah, dude, he's mad. Dude, he came out with these vlogs, man, they were epic. If you just type in John North vlog 1 and then trust me, bro, once you start, you won't stop. You'll watch them right through, man. And then you'll be like, where was the rest, man? This cunt used to, I went to his seminar like 3 years ago, dude. It was cheap as fuck seminar for what it was. It was like 10 hours. It was like a 10-hour day, man, for like $100 and something bucks. And he rocked up like 4 hours late, dude. And then I remember talking to him after on Skype, and he was telling me when he went to the airport, dude, he was running late for the airport, and he just left the rental car. He just left the rental car on the curb, and then called his wife and said, cancel the credit card. The indie pack will return. I'm be doing the indie pack. Joseph Kendrick's gonna be doing the indie pack. It's gonna be indie pack party. We're gonna set the indie pack off right, dude. That's just official. That's an official statement. Quote me on it. We're gonna set it off correctly. Okay? No, it's just gonna be wild. John North is the definition of energy, man. You know what I mean? He's the definition of it. What if John North did the indie pack in his heyday? Fuck, man. Dude, John North, wasn't he, John North going to cycling for a while, man? I think his dad was a fucking cyclist, dude. John North's the type of cunt, he does one thing, he just gets addicted to it for like 6 months, and then he's a funny cunt, man. He's honestly. I mean, I don't know anything about other versions of long distance cycling events, but I'm sure it's all the same shit, man. I think Indy Pack, from what I heard, bro, Indy Pack was the most brutal. You know what I mean? From what I saw and what they were saying, is it was the most brutal. It was the most location wise and just like the variance in environmental kind of things, man. It was definitely the most brutal, apparently. Dude, is he still on the C4? Probably, dude. I saw him, dude, fucking this poor cunt, man. When I went to a seminar, there was this dude sitting next to me, and John was like, you could see he was getting worked up, and he was like, who's got C4, man? This was when he was like, he literally probably made millions of dollars for C4. You know what I mean? And this cunt put his hand up and said, I have a tub of C4, and I just shook my head, man. Just like, no, dude, you did not say that, eh? John basically ran over to him like a fucking monkey, man, ripped the C4 out of his hands and said, I'll buy you a tub later. That dude never saw a tub again, man. Dude, you know how dudes, you know it's funny, man? Oh, I realise this. Smuggle ciggies from Jordan, dude. You know how like everyone these days, it's how funny, man. When I was younger, dude, you know what I used to do? You know how everyone, it's funny, man, because cunts are like, I won't even say it, but it's funny, man. Like, when I was younger, dude, I used to go to Jordan heaps. Not heaps, I mean, I'd go every year or something for a couple of weeks, you know, to see my dad. And every time I came back for like 4 years, I'd be bringing in like 20 odd cartons of smokes, and I'd be selling them to my mates, man, for like 10, 15 bucks. Like ridiculous prices, dude. Like I'll be Marlboro Reds, everything, dude, just ridiculous prices. This is before they got really strict on the import laws, man. Now it's fucked, man. Like you go to duty free, like I'm not pro smoking, right? But it's fucked. They fuck you, man. They fuck you, dude. You can only bring back 200 cigarettes, dude. It's controlled. Like when I was doing it, they'd either let us, because we were young, man, and I always wrote we didn't have anything to declare on the thing. They would just look at it and just go through because we got Australian passports. But then even a couple times, man, when we got you know, searched, and they were like, what's up with all the smokes? And I just said it's for my mum. Even the tax on it was still less than buying like 2 cans of smokes at the supermarket or something. You know what I mean? Now if you smoke, you're retarded, man. Honestly, they're really like, it's kind of fucked up, man. It's like, the smoking game now is so fucked up, man. It's just, it's a big fuck. The government's trying to fuck you, man, eh? They're trying to kill you and they're trying to take your money at the same time. They're trying to kill you and take your money at the same time. They're taking advantage of the fact that they know you're addicted and you'll pay anything for the smokes. So just gradually over time, I remember, not even gradually, bro. I remember waking up one day and smokes went from, it's like a 200% increase overnight. They know that cunts are so heavily addicted that they don't care about a 200% increase overnight. They're just like, whatever, man. You got to do what you got to do, man. Why do people smoke? Well, I love smoking, dude, to be honest with you. You know, I grew up smoking. Smoking is my favorite pastime. I don't do it, obviously, anymore because I know it's fucking detrimental to my health, man. But it's just one of those things, man. Best way to get your appetite going, it depends. I mean, if you got a low appetite, bro, like you're just one of those cunts who roll around with a low appetite all the time. It's just practice, man. I mean, the more you eat over time and consistently you do that, you know, hunger's trainable. You get more hungry. Your stomach can stretch a little bit and you adapt to it, man. I've drunk alcohol before, but I was never big on alcohol, man. You know, when I was younger, obviously, but my alcohol days were briefly lived, man. briefly lived. Just because I fell in love with training, and I was like, what am I doing, man? And then once I fell in love with training, you know, I was still the type of cunt to go out and just not drink, because I was just like, I'm still gonna go out and not drink. And then I just kind of stepped back and said, like, fuck, this is actually really boring, man. And people are wild, and like, this is not fun. That's the great thing about when you stop drinking, man. You actually can start to navigate your way through fun and boring situations, man. You realize that this whole time you're doing boring shit, and you know, your little goon sack was kind of making it fun. I mean, yeah, you're right, Peanut, but I mean, I guess for some people, man, you just got to find shit that, if you got a low appetite, you got to find shit that's really, really unsatiating. Like peanut butter to me, actually peanut butter fills you up if you have a lot of it, just because it's the texture. But I mean, stuff that doesn't fit, you can't be eating broccoli and brown rice and just high fiber, high water stuff that fills you up. Yeah, man. I mean, there's definitely a link, brother. There's definitely a link, man. I don't even know how old I was when I went vegan, man. Not that long ago, man. In terms of my life career. I never smoked anything in my life, but 3 years ago, doctors found a tumor in my airway. Yeah, I mean, it's fucked, Dave. What can you do, man? I've seen people who smoke all the way up to like 85, and they die from just like natural causes, man. And then so I know some cunts who there's been cunts out there who get cancer when they're like 25. So it's, I mean, it's the way it is. Apparently, I'm only vegan for views, eh? Yeah, because I've always been barking on about veganism, have I? I've been barking on about it this whole time, lad. But I do a live stream. Come on, man. Come on, man. I've been to Egypt before, brother. I've been to Egypt before. Shouts to Egypt. Beautiful, beautiful fucking place, man. Big up Egypt. Main reason I turned vegan, I guess I was just a product of my environment, man. I started hanging around with dudes who ate vegan. I liked them. We started to chat. You know, there was several environmental things that, you know, led me to stop eating. Like, you know, like little shit, man, that kind of just like little stuff the universe threw my way that kind of just nudged me on my way, you know. I was living by myself at the time. My pan was super dirty. You know, I couldn't cook egg whites no more because the pan was fucked. I was like, I'm not eating egg whites no more. You know what I mean? I used to get this rotisserie chicken from the supermarket, and I found myself just working to spend money on rotisserie chicken. And my mate was like, bro, you can't buy that rotisserie chicken no more. It's disgusting as fuck. Yeah, and then I was like, you know what I mean? And then I was just like, you're right, man. So I ate Greek yogurt for fuck ton of the time, eh? But I was sick of just yogurt farts all the time. And then, you know, just slowly progressed from there, man. I fucked up a lot of the time, but I never held myself accountable to anyone else but myself, you know, and that was a big thing for me, man. And then I just realized that, you know, I want to do good for me too, bro, you know what I mean? So, and that really pushed me even further, man. It wasn't like I wanted, like, it was never like, how do other people see me? It was just a big thing of just, how do I see myself and what I'm doing, and what do I think of my actions, and how do they align with what I believe in? And that's the most important thing. I haven't seen the pyramids, brother. I'm on the pea protein, lad. Shouts to you, brother. Pea protein life, mate. Yeah, I mean, vegan diet's pure, man. Like, it's just simple, man. It's just simple. Eat from the ground, man. Eat from fucking Mother Earth, man. Feel like a fucking king, big up lad, man. That's how it is, you know what I mean? I mean, everybody's on their own journey, brother, man. All you can do, when cunts talk about their diet and shit, I just tell them, man, it's just like, I just want the best for you, brother. I would just like you to maximize your own life, man. And your journey is your journey, man. And how you find your way to maximizing your own life, that's on you, you know what I mean? And it's just like, diet's a big factor of that, bro. It's it's the holy trinity, man. You know what I mean? The triangle of truth, man. Diet's a part of that, mate. You know, body, mind, spirit, you know, sleep, water, food, you know what I mean? It's one of those triangles, man, small triangle, big triangle, so, you know, you got to focus on it to a certain degree. I mean, Jordanians love to eat meat and all sorts of shit, man, you know what I mean? Shankill, North and South, it's a part of it, man, they're a part of it. You know, anytime, man, anytime I feel like, you know, there's a bit of Shankill in all of us, man, just like there's a bit of H in all of us, eh? If you reconnect yourself, brother, you're able to tap into the collective consciousness pond of life, and you can tap into your Shankill, man. Shankill's a part of you, brother. You're a part of Shankill, man. So if you want to rip the head off the lion, you can. Just open yourself up, man. Shankill's been there the whole time, brother. Just use it. Yeah. I think, man, people have this. I mean, the thing with veganism, man, there is a lot of pushy cunts, man. But you know, but there's a difference between being pushy and passionate. Like, there's people out there who would die for it, man, because that's what they believe in. And I would never knock a cunt for that, man. But I mean, there's people in every movement who would just go about it the wrong way, and it is what it is, man. It's created a bit of stigma around, I mean, veganism more, you know what I mean, than other movements, man. But I mean, it is what it is, man. We work off the triangles, bro. The real Illuminati, eh? You know, well, bro, you know, the thing with me being Muslim, bro, is like, you know, I was born into a family that was Muslim, but I didn't really start believing in higher power, should I say, up until a few years ago, brother. I was skating and smoking ciggies when I was meant to be going to Arabic school. Like, I wasn't the type of cunt that because my mum told me to believe in something, I believed it, you know. So I revisited it on my own terms, which was key. So it's just a choice, man. Where's the priority with you though? Veganism is really just that a diet. It's not. It's the value that you're a type of person and what you're doing out of their way to do the best sides that the movement, huh? Where is your priority? To me, it's not a diet. If it was a diet, I wouldn't stick to it, man. If it was just a diet, I wouldn't give a fuck, man. Because I know a diet, man, like a diet just seems so like you can be. I know plenty of cunts who are perfectly healthy. They might be able to maximize their health a bit more who eat animal products, man. To me, that's not strong enough because I've seen both sides of the coin, man. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of cunt who was eating KFC before, started eating broccoli and thought, oh, you know, like the only way to be healthy is to be a vegan. I know that you can be perfectly, I know that there's plenty of fit, functioning people out there who eat small amounts of animal products and they're fine, you know what I mean? So it's not big enough for me. It's the whole thing that comes along with it, man. It's trying to align my actions with what I believe in, man. So the same things I feel super passionate about, you know, everything, man, is the same things that other vegans feel passionate about. It's one and the same thing. So, you know, I stand against oppression. Maybe I might think of something like Palestine-Israel conflict. I feel like my people are oppressed. Well, that's the same as an animal being oppressed, man. They're both animals. People get oppressed. I stand for the same thing, man. So how can I eat a diet that goes against what I say or what I feel inside of my heart? It doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm looking over my shoulder, you know what I mean? No one can be 100% vegan though in a modern society. You can eat vegan and be vegan mindset, but you can't be 100% vegan. Yeah, I mean, all you can do is do your best, man. Fuck 100%, fuck 70%, it doesn't even matter. All you can do is do your best, man. That's all it is, man. You just do your best, man. And if that's 90%, if that whatever that is, that's cool, man. I know you'll know if you're doing correct, man. You know if you're doing your best, man. Your body, you know, you'll know about it. I won't know about it. I can't tell, man. I don't know if you're doing your best, but you'll know about it, man. I mean, at the end of the day, you go to bed by yourself and the voice inside of your head will tell you. It's told me numerous times. And you have to be a brave cunt to listen to it, man. I think as long as you... yeah, I think if you have good intentions, man. I mean, good intentions... The thing with intentions, brother, is you have to have good intentions, but at the same time, I mean... Yeah, that good intentions need to be reflected for your actions, but you know, because I can be fucking doing all sorts of shit with good intentions, but the actions can be terrible, man. You know what I mean? So you're trying to match those good intentions with good actions in a way, man. What mistake have you made, brother? Advice for forgiving yourself for making a mistake. There's nothing. I think once you make a lot of mistakes and you learn from them, you don't even think of that no more, brother. You know what I mean? It's the process of life. You're a student, aren't you? You learn, you move on. That's all it is, man. That's the name of the game, man. Learning, knowledge, man. You know, and how do you learn? Well, oftentimes you just by doing and fucking up, man. Getting it wrong, man. You can't hold yourself to this unrealistic standard, brother. It never works like that, man. Treat others as you want to be treated. Can that be easy as that, Tom? It is, man. I mean, treat your neighbor as that's the thing, man. It's all one and the same thing, man. You want to harness the shankle, man? Harness the shankle, brother. It's one. It's fucking one love, brother, man. It's the same shit, man. Same pond, same cunts. I realize that, like, how I treat KMBW is just direct. It's in direct relation to how I treat myself. And if I treat myself good, I'm never going to treat you bad for no reason. If I'm a fucking toxic mess, I'll treat you like a fucking cunt. It's only a reflection on my own relationship with who I am. You know what I mean? So to me and you, one and the same thing, bro. I'm not going to treat you like shit. Because treating you like shit's ultimately treating me like shit. It's the same thing, man. Bro, Cornelia, you're confusing me. To be honest with you, it's confusing. The goal is just to live a pure life, and to spend my time here wisely. To spend your time here wisely. You know, to be a student, to be humbled by the experience, to be appreciative of the experience, and to inflict change for future generations, man. I mean, what else is the fucking point, man? You don't want to vacate this fucking planet, man. You don't want to vacate this planet and be like, my life was meaningless. You know what I mean? I did nothing, man. I literally contributed nothing, man. There's a reason why you feel a certain type of way when you contribute. And that can be easily done. It doesn't mean you have to be fucking motherfucking Gandhi, Mother Teresa, pledge your life to this shit. It doesn't mean that, man. You know what I mean? You can just do the best you can do and just make sure you smile. And that's contribution. Yeah, if you want to go above that, you can do that, eh? But there's probably a million things that you can do every day that can improve the world around you and your own, well, you too. You know what I mean? So that's where it starts. No, I don't wear vegan clothes and cosmetics, man. I mean, maybe that's another level I could take myself to, but no, I don't. Best ways to contribute, I mean, it's completely, you can work that out, brother. You know what I mean? Oftentimes it's just simple shit, man. Oftentimes just having good intentions and just doing simple stuff, man. It's not some far-fetched reality. It's just like when you walk around and you're being a fucking victim and a baby, just turn that frown into a smile, man. Try and uplift people around you, man. Ultimately, uplifting people around you, you uplift yourself at the same time. Shouts to Ben Rice, man. Lord of the Rings checking in, bro. Shouts to you. I forgot a lot of the words we used to say when we were a kid, man. It's kind of the same thing, man. Yeah, if you've got no connection, you won't feel the need to uplift people around you. But if you try and reconnect to something bigger than yourself, aka the pond, then you realize that if you uplift someone else around you, by uplifting them, you uplift yourself, because it's one and the same thing. Do you see what I mean, brother? But if you're just running off, you know what I mean, Western world ego type shit, you don't give a fuck about anyone around you. You're the most disconnected cunt. You're like the furthest thing. You don't even think of that, man. Just shout outs to you, Jason Blah uplifts my world. My coach, my savior. $8 cup, bro, checking in. Shout outs to you. The fake enhanced king, man. The fake enhanced king, man. Oh. Yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. What's up? It would be like you were. I mean, I love slang, man. I mean, slang's just is a beautiful thing, man. Slang's a beautiful thing, and I think it's great how people from different parts of the world have different. It's cool, man. Like, it's cool. Like, I love it, man. It represents something to me. You know what I mean? You go to a different country, they have slang for different shit. You go to a different part of the country, they have slang for different shit. It's cool how someone will come up to me and say, I know you're from Adelaide. Just like you'd be able to go up to someone and say, I know you're from New York. Or it's just cool. I love it. Or like I said to my girlfriend, oh, you're from Singapore. Like, I heard the way you said that. It's crazy, man. It's funny how the pond's we are the pond, man. They're trying to remove us from the pond, brother. Trying to make us like believe that it doesn't exist. I stay firmly embedded in the pond, man. That's where I keep it soaked. I'm soaked full of the pond. I let the pond overwhelm my body, man. Every time I feel bad, I just take a deep fucking dive in it, man. And try and fill up with that water, man. It's called the universal white light, lad. Let's talk about it. Shouts to Sharky, man. Shout to him, Sharky, man. What's your favourite movie, man? I got favourite... all sorts of shit. I watch old movies, man. You know, favourite... I mean, timeless classics for me, man. Obviously. Lord of the Rings, man. Let's not forget Lord of the Rings, okay? You know what I mean? Harry Potter, of course, Harry Potter, you know what I mean? I'm a big fan of Denzel movies. Any Denzel movie except the one with John Travolta, I'm a fan of. But even then, I'm still a fan of it because Denzel's in it. What other movies are out there? You know, just classics, man. Just classics, man. Lord of the Rings was ahead of its time, man. That's what I love about it. That's why it's so good about watching it now. You just think, man, these cunts, man, on another level, man. You appreciate the work so much more. You just go like, these guys literally push the envelope of cinema, man. Cartoons. You know, I grew up watching Ed, Edd and Eddy. I mean, later on, I got into Avatar: The Last Airbender. Fucking viciously. Big fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think that's an underrated fucking cartoon. I think that shit's that's not for children, man. I don't care what anybody says to me, that's not for children. The Matrix, I mean, of course The Matrix is timeless classic, man. You know, the guys who made that are girls now. That's how deep they went into the pond, man. Into the rabbit hole way. They seriously, man, they inspected some stuff that made some serious changes. I haven't watched some of the new Tarantino films, man, but you know I'm a fan of Kill Bill and all that, man. Yeah, Crimson Tide, legendary, man. I don't know how the fuck, dude, the thing is, man, unless you're vitamin D deficient, man, I mean, there's a difference between just being a lazy, home-staying, weather excusing, pre-social anxiety, the weather made me feel sad, I'm looking for any excuse to be sad, cunt, and being vitamin D deficient, you know what I mean? Unless you're vitamin D deficient, bro, you're cool, man. It's just the weather's the weather, man. You gotta deal with it. You know what I mean? I think MS back then, you know, the technology just wasn't there, man. So they had to use the combination. Now the technology's there. They probably had the money and they just thought, fuck it. You know, I still think it's a sick movie. You know, dude, I've made the mistake before where I've actually said this line, I don't sunburn, I'm Arab. And then I've come home looking like a fucking tomato. So, you know, I put sun cream on, you know. The last couple of years I've been doing these bike rides, I don't use sun cream, man, and it's a torturous experience, man. Because your whole body, you peel off, you look like you're a big bonito flake, and you start peeling off flakes of skin and you just think, this isn't healthy, man. Like last time I did the bike, I was peeling off skin, man, just straight bonito human flakes. And it was just like, you know, too much, man. I was thinking in my head, like, I'm not doing myself justice here. Yeah, I've watched the Armstrong Light. Amazing. Amazing, man. I love when you roasted channels. Yeah, man. I mean, it was cool for the few videos I did of it, but... I'm always, you know, I'm prone. It's something to do with Arab people, man. I swear, man. That regardless, you know, I used to spend hell time in the sun, and I still was vitamin D deficient. Like, I'd still get my blood test done, and I'd go pick up, you know, that whatever that liquid, man. Just because I just seem to be always deficient. Armstrong Def has some Shanklin and North in MA. Yeah, I mean, I respect it. Regardless of how much... Dude, that cunt could be trend up to his limit. Full time, I still think he's amazing. I still think he's the best, man. I don't care what anyone says, man. If you understand sport and shit, you won't care. You just think, man, this guy's amazing. There's obviously things he did that were just a bit, you know, but you got to respect just the fucking... Like, he probably believed that he wasn't on drugs, man. Like, can you imagine the mindset he'd be in when dudes were challenging? He'd be like, I'm natty, man. Like, he probably believed it so much, man. Still dying when I see the videos you went out, Berto Nunes, man. Shout out to Berto, man. Shout out to Colorado, man. Fort fucking Collins, man. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, man. That the drive, the focus, the mindset. You just know he didn't give a fuck, man, who he walked on to do it. I mean, yeah, obviously there's negatives to that, but obviously I think there's amazing pieces of that, man. Thoughts on ayahuasca, man? Hey, you're thinking about doing it. Fill me in. You're thinking about doing it. Berto got a bike, man. Berto got a bike, man. Well, his girlfriend got a bike, so I think he's gonna be riding it, man. If he gets on the bike, man, me and him, we're gonna be out there, man. We're gonna be out there. One person I would love to meet and talk with, a dead family member. Best documentary I've ever watched? I don't even know, man. I mean, oh, yeah. You know one of the most mad fucking docos, man, is Cartel Land. It's on Netflix. You gotta watch Cartel Land, man. It's off. It's on another level, man. I did have the TCR when I was in Colorado, man. I was boosting up some hills with it for a while, man. It was fun, man. I was getting dropped by just all sorts of people, man. Grandmas, dads, girls, boys. It's about some cartel shit, man. Dead family member do ayahuasca. Have you done ayahuasca, man? You fill me in. Nah, cartel, like C-A-R-T-E-L. Epic, man. Epic as fuck. Well, I'm riding Tamas's bike. I'm taking it to my mate's house today to get, you know, tuned up before the ride. My bike's at his dad's house, man. Just that's where it's permanently been vacated to. Is there anyone in Australia that you haven't been to but would really like to? I mean, I'd like to go see Ayers Rock and shit. Shouts to you, Joe, man. Man, I don't know what I would ask them, man. I would have to think about that. You know what I mean? It's not something I could come up with in 10 seconds. What I'd ask someone was 3,000 years old. Some people would be putting these crazy questions on me, man. Checking in late, last shouts to you. I'd probably talk to my grandma, man. I'd just ask her, well, just tell me what's on the other side, man. You know what I mean? I'd be like, tell me what's on the other side, man. I believe in the afterlife 100%, man. I don't know if it's heaven or hell, I don't know. You go somewhere, bro. I 100% wake up knowing that I go somewhere, man. Realize, I mean, tell us about your experience, bro. Imagine if I'm work for Uber, bro. I'm pro athlete, man. We get paid to ride. How's the hair looking? Boom. Feeling clean, man. Feeling clean. What do I write? I write whatever I feel like, man. I just make sure it's not like construction worker or something, you know what I mean? I just say student, man. Student's the safest, man. Student's always the safest, especially if your name's Ansar or Abdullah. Student's always safe. No, Jess is growing her hair out, man. Even though I love the look with the shaved head, man. I feel like I got a just beautiful look, man. I love my girlfriend with whatever hair she wants, man. What did I study? I did engineering for a while, man. Yeah, and that didn't last too long, man. It lasted quite a while. For a while, I was actually really trying. And then I was just like, nah, this ain't for me, man. I'm not a time waster, brother. I'm not a time waster. I'm not trying to waste times. I'm not trying to waste no time, man. So, just walked off, man. Yeah, I've been to the UK, bro. Kind of crazy that cunts don't realise the pond, but the still within them, even so sad. Yeah, man. I mean, you can't really fully appreciate. I mean, it's just like, I can see how bad it'd be if I didn't recognise the pond, man. How lost I'd feel, man. How hopeless I'd feel. How I'd just be full of suffering and hopelessness and ego. That's what my life would feel like, man, if I didn't recognise the pond, man. Where did you do it, brother? Yo, Mickey Joe, shouts to you. Good to see you, lad. Took a shit. Thoughts on Bangkok? I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan of Bangkok, man. Always been a fan, will always be a fan. I think it's beautiful. I think the people are beautiful. I think the food's beautiful. I think the weather's beautiful. I think the public transport's beautiful. I think everything, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's all beautiful. When have I felt my biggest adrenaline rush? I mean, there's been several times, man. I can't really think of one specific time, man. I've been in a couple car accidents where they could, like, just really, like, weird car accidents. Like, I remember once we're on the freeway in America, man. We're going to get froyo, and it was, like, wet as fuck. And I was telling my mate, man, we got to slow down, man, because, like, we're going to crash the car, man, to get to this froyo. But we were determined. I mean, we wanted the froyo, man. We wanted the froyo, and we were speeding, and we went off the freeway, and we were coming off the freeway out in, I forgot where we were, man. Is it San Jose or something? And we started spinning out in this car, man. And I was like, fuck, and we span it, and we hit the curb, and your whole body just lights up, like, fuck, man. I mean, there's been a couple times when I've been overseas, and I never supported vegan gains, man. Do you watch the channel, bro? You new here, man. People be asking me questions that they should know. That if you know, you know. Yeah, my old man still lives in Thailand, man. Shout out to my old man. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, man. But you know, fuck vegan gains, man. I've always said it. Thoughts on manlets? I mean, that's the cards you get dealt, man. If you're a manlet, don't even refer to yourself as a manlet. What's me? Everyone keeps asking my opinion on weed. Hey, yeah. What's your opinion on weed? They want people ask me the drug questions. Hey, what about this? What about this drug? What about that drug, man? I know you're not asking, hey. Sometimes dudes be asking me questions, I'm just thinking in my head like, hey, you either know the answer or like, what do you expect me to say to this, man? Why do I think I just like girls, big girls, man. Sick, man. Why not? You know what I mean? Nutritional yeast is life, man. Don't smoke tobacco, I mean. For Ramadan, bro, at the end of Ramadan, I'll take the streams down. Not these streams down, but I won't be leaving no streams up after Ramadan. What we just want, of course, my kid's going to be playing sport, man. 100%, dude. Whatever sport he wants to play, man. Fuck, he could be a ballerina. My son could be a ballerina, my girl could be I don't give a fuck, man, as long as they're doing something. Yeah, I'm going to Palestine in 10 weeks, man. Well, not 10 weeks, it's a bit closer than 10 weeks now. What are my thoughts on lifting? Don't be trolling me, lad. Yeah, man. End of August, early September. What are my thoughts on cycling, eh? They want to know the thoughts, man. I'm prepared for the. I'm ready for the 24-hour trip, man. You know, I've been quite tired on the bike lately, man. Like my legs. I know the feeling though, man, where you're not really necessarily out of breath, but your legs are just in pain. And that's what I've been feeling for the last couple days, man. You know what I mean? So I've been tapering, I've been deloading in the gym. Today's my last day of work. And I'm not gonna do that many deliveries. So I might do 10 deliveries a day just to keep the money rolling over. And yeah, I think I should be good, man. I mean, you know, God willing, you know, the weather permits. You know, I swear on my life, man, this weather gets bad, I'll turn right around and go the other way, man. I don't give a fuck, man. Seriously, I'm not wasting the energy, man. You know what I mean? But hopefully that doesn't have to happen. I mean, it's not gonna happen, man. I'm always blessed. I stay blessed. It won't happen. And we will be able to. It's kind of dawning on me what it's going to be like, man, because I know how hectic it can be sometimes, but I know it's a mad journey. I'm looking forward to being able to drink more in a day, man. I am, definitely. I'll definitely appreciate it at least 2% more than I did before, I'll tell you that. That's what's great about it, man. I am the force is with me, man. Shouts to you, can be W93. Have a great day, brother. Thoughts on no fap, anti-porn, man? If you don't want to fap, don't fap, man. If you don't want to watch porn, don't watch porn. I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, if you want to fap and you want to watch porn, do it, man. If something's affecting your life negatively, well, don't do it, man. It's simple, man. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Now, sometimes I think people look to some ridiculous measures to improve their life before they, you know what I mean? Like dudes be eating KFC being like, I'm gonna do no fap. Dudes be not leaving the house saying I'm gonna do no fap. Dudes have the worst intentions and are just toxic as fuck, and they say, I'm doing no fap, it's gonna improve my life. It's like, dude, you're sprinkling the yeast, man, on top of the gluten. First of all, you got to put the gluten in the bowl, man, to be able to sprinkle the yeast on top. Like, there's probably a lot of things that you could do before you join the no-fap anti-porn movement that will improve your life, that will have a measurable effect. You know what I mean? It's true though, man. Sometimes I run into these no-fap guys. It's like they're no-fap, raw eating, like herb pedestaling, like weird, like shit. I'm just like, man, like you could just wake up and just like give thanks, and then you could just like kiss your girlfriend on the cheek and say you're beautiful, and you could just walk and take a piss and just be like, this piss is mad. Like, just I don't know, man. It's more simple than that, man. If you want to have a fucking tug, have a tug. I mean, obviously there's points where it's not good for you, but you know, have the strength to realize that and stop. You know, the art of moderation, man. The art of moderation, man. I'd be tugging every day. Shouts to you, man. If that's what you want to do and you're okay, you're functioning, good on you, man. I don't really get into the nutritional science, man, too hard. You know what I mean? Like, but there is, I know what you mean with the conflict, and you think it'd be simple to, yeah, you think it would be, man. Best things I've learnt from fasting. I've learnt a lot from fasting, man. I've confirmed a lot from fasting. You just learn that life's a blessing, man. That's the overarching fact. It's just straight up a blessing, man. You know what I mean? Fasting's like, you know what I mean? It'd be like having a really sensitive, it'd be like the tip of your penis being real sensitive, and this slight gush of breeze hitting it all day, every day, for the whole month. That's what fasting feels like. Like, you just feel more in tune, brother. You feel more in tune. And you just start to see more clearly. You start to see things more clearly. Probably because you're just low on energy, man, a lot of the time. And you start to appreciate, man. You start to drink the water, man. Like last night, it was epic, man. Last night was epic, man. I was in the shower. You know, I got my hair trimmed last night, bro, after work, you know what I mean? So I was a bit, usually I'm at home already. But I got home last night like 5 something, dude. So fast already broke, so I hopped in the shower, man. And I was in the shower like this, man, and the water was hitting my fucking head, and I was like, oh, my ears feel amazing right now. And I was like, Jess, pass me the water. She passed me the water, and I was hitting this water, just thinking this water is like so sweet. I can feel my soul come alive. I felt my soul just like get enriched with this liquid, and just thinking like, how dope is water, man? You just sit there thinking like, how dope is water, man? Like, my body literally runs off this shit. And you just have this appreciation for it, man. The simplicity of the water, man, just gives you so much joy. It's like, how many cunts can really say they really value water for what it is, man? It's amazing, man. You know what I mean? It's funny how much more mindfulness you have through Ramadan and shit like that about things like this. Like, I've said the same mantra twice a day when I'm drinking the water. I repeat it twice for the whole month. Never forgot to say it. Now, under normal circumstances, that's much more harder because you're more distracted from the simple things. But when your life's, you know, it's like you're forming the foundation of your daily life around simple shit, like, you know what I mean? You remember it, and it's amazing, man. Metabolic damage isn't real, man. Terrence, man, metabolic damage is, it's not a real thing, man. You can have metabolic slowdown, but it's not what you think it is, man. Cunts don't eat for like 4 hours and they're scared that they're gonna get metabolic damage. Bro, like take a piss and just recognize how amazing your body is. It doesn't just fucking crash for no reason, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, if you went on a fucking crash diet for 4 months where you lost 30 kilos worth of actual weight and you went from being energetic to sitting in your couch with no energy and didn't even move, and your TDE went from like 1,000 calories to like 200 or something, and your amount of food you were eating went down. Well, there's a lot of factors that contribute to the amount of food you can eat, man. You know, thermogenic effect of food, how much you move, how much you twitch, how you talk, the amount of training volume you're doing, your actual body weight. So oftentimes when people go on crash diets, all that shit goes down, man. So your actual amount you need to eat to survive is less. And people always say it's metabolic damage. It's like, nah, dude, it's not really exactly what it is. And even if your metabolism has slowed down, from what I've seen and what I've experienced myself, it doesn't take that long to come back from, man. Do you know what I mean? Once you start eating regular again, it's not like you just gain weight out of nowhere, man. You know what I mean? Most people go on crash diets and then balloon the fuck out is because they develop a bad relationship with food. They have this over fixation on food, and they've been starving for so long that their body's just so hungry. Your body's telling you, eat, we're starving. So they super compensate. They overeat consistently, and then they wonder why they gain 20 fucking pounds or something, 30 pounds in like a week. You know what I mean? It's not metabolic damage, it's you just ate too much. You know, if it's not metabolic damage, you're just eating too much, man. And there's nothing wrong with eating. There's nothing like, people started being like there's no such thing as eating too much. Well, there is, man. Your body, there's a reason your body gets fat. It's because you're eating too fucking much, man. It doesn't happen. Energy's just not come. It's not like you just came from nothing, man. You know what I mean? The food's just, it's not like fat just accumulates for no reason. I think now the industry's gotten away from reverse dieting. They call it recovery dieting. You know what I mean? Where you bring up your calories more than you were when you were doing the reverse dieting thing, but not as slowly to where it's like you're just prolonging the suffering, man. I don't know what that means, bro. I can't say. I don't know what it means. Bro, that's something people should strive for, just to eat what they want freely. I mean, if you want to eat the plant-based, eat freely, feel nourished, you know, not be a slave to the food, not be in the macro jail. It's like you go from clean eating to macros. It's like you just increase the set. You literally just put a TV in your jail cell. You have the fake illusion of freedom now. It's definitely a tool. It's definitely a tool that you can use, putting yourself in that jail cell for a while, man. You know, to trim up if you want to. But there's other ways to go about it, man. You shouldn't be living like that full time, man. Yeah, I'm not fat either. I'm a fucking endomorphic, big bone, pre-social anxiety Arab. That's what I am, man. Kasumi, it's great to see you. I don't follow Rob Bailey, man. I've never really had any health conditions that I've had, so I can't really give you any examples of how they were cured from fasting. But I wouldn't be surprised, man. Maybe, man. You have to look into it. Hey, brother, realize real shit, man. Don't be saying shit like that. The fact that you even mentioned that, bro, makes me want to ban you, bro. That's like, I don't even know why you even know that shit, man. I don't even know why you know that shit. I thought, realize, aren't you meant to be the Peruvian ayahuasca fucking death sing person, man? You're talking about freely abandoned her selfish dog, man. How's training looking at the moment? What's your targets? I'm just training regularly, bro. I train like a push-pull legs, man. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to progress slowly, add reps here and there. I don't really have any targets at the moment. I'm just trying to improve slowly, man. Have you found that your outer body has reflected your inner conditions over the years? Kind of, but not really, man. Like, I recognize that my outer body is just product of my inner body. You know what I mean? So my physical state's always a reflection of my inside state. You know what I mean? So if I'm feeling appreciative, good, you know, usually that reflects in my physique, man. You don't know too much, brother, man. You don't know too much, man. Don't be saying that, man. I mean, you just, we're out here, it's 5 a.m. and you're talking about Figsy, man, and freely abandoning her. You don't know fuck all, man. You know what I mean, dude? You're trolling me, man. And it's funny how you're trolling me, but it's all good, man. You're still welcome. Report says all sorts of shit, man. The physique follows, man. The physique follows, man. Everything, you need to think about it like everything's happening inside of you, man. And that's where it starts, from the core, from the inside out. When you think like that, then everything else becomes a product of that. You have a fuck, man, come on, man, you don't have a 200% no IQ. I think you can have a 4,000% IQ, it's still a stupid question. Still a stupid comment, man. And I'm only saying that because, like I feel, when cunts say shit like that, I'm thinking in my head, like, I feel bad for you, brother. You know what I mean? The sun isn't even up and you're talking some mindless shit. Do I have any advice regarding weight loss? I mean, fall in love with training. Fall in love with training. Fall in love with eating good. Fall in love with feeling good. I mean, and I think if you do that, man, I mean, you will lose weight. I mean, you meant to, you know, if your body weight's limiting you, gain some more appreciation for life, eh? Because why spend your time here at 75%? If you're obese, you're at like 75%. You might be good, but imagine how much good you'd be if you were able to function more. Fuck ISIS, Alberto. That's just it, man. That's as far as I take it, man. Fuck ISIS, eh? Figsy sounds like an extra from... Rachel, man, I try and spread positive vibes, eh? And I've been doing it for hundreds and thousands of hours, man, for the last few years, man. You know, but you got to put a brother down at the same time when they say stupid shit. What's the shape of the earth, man? Honestly, you know, I think it's round, but honestly, if it was flat, I wouldn't care. I don't think it changed, or it would probably change a lot, man, but I mean, it is what it is. Shouts to you, Rachel K. Jaja, man. I love flat earth conversations, brother, just because they're fun to get into. It's just fun to challenge the nature of reality, man, and I think you should be open to it. You know, I think people shut down flat earth too quickly. And I'm not saying you should believe flat earth, I'm just saying, like, maybe when someone presents you with something, maybe just think about it for more than like 1 second. Like, it's normal to be, it's good that people are challenging your views on reality, man. It should further cement your belief, you know what I mean? Who funded ISIS? I don't even have an idea who funded ISIS, man. I've heard all sorts of shit, that Saudi, Kuwait's funding ISIS, the US funded ISIS, man. Who knows? All we know is they're a bunch of fucking killers, man. Who cares? Shout out to the Zionists funding ISIS, man. All sorts of theories, man. I'll tell you after Eid, man. I'll go back to Eid. The Syrians will be at Eid, and I'll tell you, man. I'm on low battery, so if the stream dies, this means the battery dies. They're private mercenaries, man. Many have won. Shouts to the Illuminati. Do we know the Illuminati is real? Because I know it's real. I mean, shouts to the, oh yeah, I believe in the Illuminati, man. I don't know if it's a bunch of dudes sitting around a table performing sexual rituals on some girls in caves, but there's definitely people at the top, man. It's just, I don't think I can really look beyond that. Why are some cunts obsessed with conspiracy theories? I don't know, man. I mean, it's definitely a rabbit hole, man. You definitely got to pull yourself out the conspiracy theory trap sometimes. Like sometimes it's cool, like with theories that some theories, man, like they have no real importance, man. Like if you think that, like in the back of my mind, like I'm completely open to the government lying to me. So a lot of these theories, I'm not like, oh my God, the government would lie to us. Oh my God, you know what I mean? It's not like that. So if it's not like that for you, it's not a big deal. Like some of these theories, you got to think about like what would change if that was true for you personally. You know what I mean? And then, I mean, that's what's cool about the fact that some of these challenge the very nature of reality. Like if the Earth was flat, what would that change for you, brother? And I think that's what people get so triggered by, because it really it challenges the foundation of their whole life, man. The whole idea of a creator, higher power, everything, man. So, yeah, man. That's life, man. Hey, sometimes you get hit with the bills, man. Yeah, exactly, man. Jack, you don't have to, just because someone wants to have a chat with you about flat earth, man, doesn't mean you have to fucking, doesn't mean you have to, you can still engage in it and not believe in it, man. And that's fun, man. That's, what's it about, man? I mean, you got a brain for it, use that shit, man. Talk about it, it's fun, man. Put the tinfoil over your head, man. They're listening to us. They're listening to us, man. Like they think nothing is as it seems ever. Yeah, I mean, there's some truth to that, bro. And there's also some debilitating nature to that statement too, man. Like you can't be walking around just thinking like everything's not as it seems, like everything's a conspiracy, the whole world's out to get me. Yeah, I mean, cool. There might be some aspects of truth to that, man. But still, man, you still got to play the game, eh? Like I like to think about conspiracy theory people sometimes is that they spend too much time on the sidelines, bro. They spend too much time trying to. There's no real experience, man. You know what I mean? Like they miss the whole point of playing the chess game. You know, you got to play the chess game, man. And you can't be playing when you sit in your room just watching 1,000 Illuminati conspiracy videos every day. I'm not too versed up on Alex Jones, man. I've seen some little like viral videos of him on YouTube on Joe Rogan, man. You know what I mean? But I'm not too versed up on him specifically. Haven't I accepted you on Facebook? Well, you sent me a friend request or a message request? I'm shit at chess, actually. You know, I'm G'd up, man. I play my like 10-year-old cousin and beat him, and I feel like a fucking kingpin, man. You know, I'm not good. I'm not good at chess, man. My mum beats me at chess, man. She's a chess mogul, man. Yeah. When people first started telling me about flat Earth, I was like, yeah, but it's just interesting to get into, man. It doesn't. I don't believe it, man. You know what I mean? But it's interesting to talk about, and I love talking about it, man. I mean, it'd be pretty fucking cool if some cunt came up to us and was like, dude, look, it's fucking flat, man. I don't game because it's just a waste of my time. Some people enjoy gaming, it might give them better quality of life. For me, it doesn't. That's why I don't do it. People are like ashamed to even talk about flat Earth, man. They're ashamed of it. I mean, that's the world we live in, eh? They shame you for thinking differently. And it's funny how the changeophobes or like the closed, when I talk about it, they automatically think, oh, because he's talking about it, he believes in it. It's like, nah, dude. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, we're allowed to talk about it and not believe in it, man. Life, to me, bro, this shit is a game, man. And that's how I like to think about it. I take breaks. I don't really take breaks off social media. I just use it sparingly, man. Like, little things I do, like, I don't go on Instagram at work, man. And if I ever find myself on Instagram at work, I'm on the instant messages, like, cunts will send me a message, I'll just reply to it. Or try to. But, you know, I'm not scrolling through all day. You know, maybe when I come home, I might spend 5-6 minutes scrolling through, just liking some mate shit, but